Welcome to Revelation Unraveled. I'm your host, William Tapley, also known as the third eagle of the apocalypse and the co-prophet of these end times. As most of you are aware of by now, I am sure, this past week in St. Peter's at a conference on the family, Pope Francis made the incredible statement that the majority, the great majority of Catholic marriages today are invalid. And just so that you won't think I am making this up, let me play this short clip.
E per questo una grande maggioranza dei nostri matrimoni sacramentali sono nulli.
Now, when he says the great majority of Catholic marriages are invalid today, that would be more than 50%. That would be a simple majority. I'm not sure what he is talking about, maybe 75%, 85%, 95%? Well, I was talking with my sister about this, and one of the reasons I value her opinion is because her son is a priest, and he was quite upset also. But she agreed with the Pope. She said the great majority of Catholic marriages today are invalid, except she disagreed with his reasoning. Now, Pope Francis said the majority are invalid because the couple is not willing to make a lifetime commitment. When they say that they marry for better or for worse, or for richer or for poorer, or until death do them part, they don't know what they are getting into. And therefore, of course, what he is promoting is his annulment plan, which basically is the same as Protestant divorce. It's just as easy to get an annulment in the Catholic Church under Pope Francis as it is for a Protestant to get a divorce. In other words, there are hardly any impediments. This goes against exactly what Jesus said. He said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. And my sister said that the real reason most Catholic marriages today are invalid is because the couple intends to use contraceptives. And she is 100% correct. If a couple uses contraceptives, and they plan to, on their wedding day, then that marriage is invalid. That is one of the impediments to a true marriage in the Catholic Church. Jesus said, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. And a contraceptive, a condom, is a barrier between the husband and a wife, just as it would be as a brick wall between husband and wife. And we need to understand that the relationship between a husband and wife must reflect the relationship between Jesus and the church. And I was talking with my priest the other day, and I said, Father, there is no condom between Jesus and the church. Well, he looked at me a little strange, and all right, maybe I shouldn't say that. There is no barrier between Jesus and the church. Let's put it that way. So, in conclusion, I think the Pope has the power within his office to make sure that every marriage in the Catholic Church is valid. And that is by requiring all of his priests to make sure that the couples that he is marrying have pledged never to use contraceptives, that their marriage will reflect the relationship between Jesus and the church. And I don't think he's going to do that because, as I have always said, I believe he is the false prophet. And the reason he is promoting this idea that all marriages in the Catholic Church, or the great majority, are invalid, is so that he doesn't bother his conscience that he is promoting annulments. And it also means that he can tell his priest to give communion to the divorced and remarried. And as I've been saying, that will invalidate the Holy Eucharist. That will be the abomination of desolation, which Daniel warned about, and which Jesus said, when you see that you must flee the field. And the field Jesus is talking about in the Olivet Discourse is the Catholic Church. And we faithful Catholics who pledge to follow by the rules of the Church, who do not agree with the world's view of contraception, we must establish our own stone cut out from the mountain, which will eventually defeat the one world tyranny. And if you would like more information about my ministry here on YouTube, visit my thirdeaglemedia.com website.